Brake fluid. How long does it typically last before you need to go replacing it, before you need to go refilling that? And how do you go about refilling it? Well, you've come to the right place, guys. Here's our explainer video on the motoringchronicle.com going over how long this fluid can last for and why it is so important to replace it. So in general, brake fluid lasts anywhere between 2 and 3 years under typical conditions regardless of your mileage, as it absorbs moisture from the air continuously in both driven and parked vehicles. So you can have it parked up, it can not be moving around 2 or 3 years. You can drive it 50,000 miles a year, 2 or 3 years, doesn't really change. Most manufacturers, though, specify a change every 2 years or 45,000 miles, whichever you hit first. So if you want to change it that often, you can do. Doesn't hurt at the end of the day. And brake fluid is very important. I shouldn't really need to explain why it's important, but for those that don't know, basically if your brake fluid is not topped up properly, your brakes will not perform properly. They will overheat more often. Your brake pedal will feel longer. As a result, you need to brake harder and for longer just to slow your car down. And obviously in the event of an emergency or just getting off of the motorway or the highway, depending on what you call it in your part of the world, then that can cause big problems essentially, and you don't want that. So essentially, the amount of driving you do doesn't really change it that much. It's all to do with time. So it makes it very different to other fluids that you need to maintain in your car, such as engine oil and also coolant, because it operates in a unique constraint that distinguishes it from these. It maintains an open relationship with the atmosphere through the master cylinder's vent. As the brake pedal moves up and down during normal driving, the master cylinder breathing vent draws in whatever humidity exists in the surrounding air. And that's normal. That should happen. That's not a leak or a failure. It's nothing to worry about. It's just how it actually works. And it's an inherent characteristic of the brake system's design. And over time, this constant exposure means the fluid steadily absorbs water molecules from the environment. And it doesn't really matter what type of brake fluid you have in this regard, whether it's DOT3, DOT4, or DOT 5.1, it is hygroscopic by nature, which basically means it absorbs that humidity from the air, the moisture in the air. The fluid's chemical composition includes polyol compounds that have an affinity for water vapor. In a dry desert climate, the absorption rate is slower than in a humid coastal region, but the process never stops. Even vehicles parked in a garage with stable temperatures are subject to daily humidity fluctuations, and the brake system remains open to those changes. And don't go trying to change this. No sealed cap or protected device can prevent this water absorption completely, although that probably would help a little bit. But it wouldn't help in other ways though, because the system requires that vent to function properly, and without it, pressure would build abnormally during braking and the fluid could become superheated in the brake lines, which, spoiler alert, isn't very good. But that 2 to 3 year limit, that's, like I said, just a relative. But that 2 to 3 year limit, that's just a relatively arbitrary amount of time. And in fact, like a lot of things, cars are getting more reliable when it comes to this brake fluid. Some manufacturers have even begun offering extended intervals for replacing the brake fluid, especially for synthetic brake fluid as well. For example, certain OEM specifications now allow 3-year intervals on vehicles using premium DOT4 synthetic fluids. Rather than 2 to 3 years, some now even go 3 years as a minimum. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How often do you replace your brake fluid in your car? Let me know on this one either way. There is a full article over on the motoringchronicle.com that goes into far more detail than I can in this 5-minute or so video. So check that out if you've not already. Link will be in the description box on YouTube. If you're on one of the other social medias, go and check us out, motoringchronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. See you soon for much more content on the world of cars just like this.